partner, or falling in love with someone you know you can't have, the one-way crush. Oh, it's debilitating, isn't it? It can be really mentally exhausting, physically depleting. No matter what you do or who you're surrounded by, that person stays on your mind constantly. So what can we do to heal our heart, because you won't steal theirs, and get over them? Joining us now to explain more is relationship counsellor Margot Regan. G'day, Margot.
Good morning.
The one-way crush happens a lot as teenagers.
It does, yeah. That one way, whether it's a teacher, whether it's somebody that you fancy, that first time, that fantasy. That
time is a healer.
I think so, yeah. Though you got to feel it to heal it. It's a bit like grief, when you get over somebody you're missing a loss, you go through the similar kind of stages.
That ridiculous line, if you set them free and they'll return.
Do you know what? I do see there is a lot of truth in that. I often talk about capturing a bird in a cage. If you capture a bird in a cage, that bird is going to go resentful and not happy. If you let that bird fly away and that bird comes back to you, you know that bird is yours.
But the bird doesn't always come back to you.
It doesn't. And then you got to go, can that bird love me the way I deserve to be loved?
I wonder if there are other coping mechanisms. How can people learn to cope with lost love?
Great question. There's lots of stages. There's that initial, oh my God, shock, hypervigilance. How did this happen? Anger, bargaining. I'll do anything to get you back. I'll change. Denial. It's not happening. We swing through that. Once that initial stage is over, if you can get to that stage, there's a term called unconscious uncoupling. If you can get to a stage where you go, this relationship was there to teach me something. What were the learnings? What was the insight? What was the understanding that I can take from that? Thank that person and see it as a stepping stone to the next relationship.
But what if rejection is the overwhelming emotion? Before you get to that point, how do you get past the rejection?
It is quite strong. It is about kind of tapping into your own values. Sometimes the person doing the breakup finds it quite difficult as well, and we often self-sabotage because we don't want to hurt the other person. It's hard on both sides to see the reality of, Hollywood sells the tale that romance is supposed to last forever.
I think we know. I think we know the truth.
Really destructive part of it is that you feel that there's something wrong with you. How do you get over that?
Absolutely. That self-esteem, that why don't they love me? I think, as the person before me was just saying, I often ask people on a scale of 0 to 10, how easy is it for you to receive love? And it's shocking when I get...
What do they say?
2 and 3, and it often goes back to those initial childhood wounds. Our parents can't be perfect, right? So that initial, if you think about why we're attracted to somebody we're attracted to, they say there's 3 theories. 1, the positive and negative traits of your parents, you're attracted to that in a partner. 2, the parenting that you didn't get from your parents, you're looking to a partner to fulfill that. Or 3, we learn by imitation. So you look at the relationship between mum and dad, and our brain takes an imprint of that, and if we don't find a partner with that, we'll pick it, project it, or provoke it out of our partner, how we think relationships should be, the program we have hardwired
so true.
in.
It is so true. Something just clicked for me. Thank you.
Do males and females deal with it differently? And how?
I think so. There's something in psychology called attachment theory. On one hand, you've got avoiders. I need my space, my time, and my freedom. People that value that. On the other hand, you've got anxious ambivalence. People that like to talk a lot. People that process stuff. It's like internal processors and external processors. Women tend to be more talkers and need to talk it through and feel their feelings. Men, it's a little bit retreat to my cave and internally process it, think about it, and then kind of come out.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you. It's an eye-opener, I think, for people who get something out of it. How can they get hold of you if they wish to?
So jump on Google Margot Regan or relationshipcounsellingtherapy.com.
And there's always hope, isn't there? And without hope, that's the problem, isn't it?
Absolutely right. It's absolutely.
Hope is king. Hold on to it. Hey, good stuff. Relationship counsellor Margot Regan. I appreciate your time.
I've got a